Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be measuring my body composition and taking you along and explaining how you can measure yours, as well as some common errors to watch out for. Make sure you don't make these mistakes that commonly lead to frustration. Whether you're an athlete or normal confuses me a little bit because I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of athletic, but I'm not an athlete, but I train regularly. And so I consider myself athletic, but not an athlete. So I'm not even sure which one of these to choose, but like look at the difference in results based on that choice. There's an assumption being made here because I haven't changed. It was 2 seconds apart, nothing changed in me, but because I put a different input, I get a different result. So that's a little suspicious. Regardless of what the result is, you should use the same setting every time for consistency's sake. I highly recommend you journal exactly what settings you use so you don't forget, just in case the inputs aren't saved. For next time, make sure you know if you chose normal or athlete because it's going to affect the results so drastically. But even with the same inputs, I'm getting different readings. So honestly, the tools themselves can be frustrating. If you read yourself 5 times in a row, you're probably going to get 5 slightly different answers. So I definitely recommend doing it more than once. Big mistake that a lot of people make is only doing one reading and then just taking that as the truth. Check at least 3 times to get an average or to get a range, and don't just like fixate on the numbers. I do not think that this is the best method of measuring your body fat because, as you can see, it's all over the charts. There's like a significant difference between one reading being 11% and the next reading being 21%. So this type of body fat measurement is not my favorite, especially as a coach for my clients who want to improve their body composition. So we're gonna go beyond just a weight loss goal and have some gain goals and some positive signs that your body is improving and going in the right direction so that you can live lean for life and not be always dieting and always focus on loss, but focusing on your gains. This mindset shift was pivotal for me when I stopped focusing on what I wanted to get rid of and started focusing on what I want to see more of. The whole journey just felt lighter. It felt more positive. It felt more encouraging. I didn't always feel like I was failing or missing out on life or restricting and denying myself. Let's use the handheld body fat analyzer. I'm gonna link in the description box below a similar one that you can buy. Now, the way you use the settings is the most important thing of this. You can't be changing the settings because you will get a very different reading, and I'm gonna show you the difference. The biggest discrepancy is whether you're a male or female, but it also has athlete or normal settings, which skew your numbers big time. This is not working. I just did this a minute ago and it was 15% fat and now it's showing at 19.4, and I just retested it 3 times in a row and it's continuing to say 19. It says 16% normally when I do this reading, so I'm a little confused at like what changed today, is even in the last like 10 minutes. But where I do think there's real value in doing these readings is within the consistency of using the same settings and then over time seeing if there's a change. I actually do find the ranges to be helpful guides for what type of physique I want to create. So when I was first starting out in my journey, I would look at what is an athletic body fat percentage range, and then I made that my goal to get in that range. But I wasn't going for a specific number. I was not thinking like, oh, I need to get to 16% exactly. I just knew that in that range was what I wanted. So then it helped me formulate my plans and understand what I need to do and how I need to live to stay in that range. So having a range as a goal, I think, is healthier than having a specific number as a goal. It also helps to see images of lots of different people in that range. So you're not fixated on one specific person who has a specific body fat percentage, but you're looking at a group of people who all have a similar fat percentage. And then you can start to make observational notes. Okay, this is how they train, this is how they eat. And it just gives you more guidance. Some days it's gonna be up, some days it's gonna be down. You don't have control over that, but what you do have control over is setting up your lifestyle and your actions and your habits and your behaviors. Progress and body change is really uneven and really not linear at all. It's bouncy. There will be like spikes and valleys, and it will be like this totally wiggly line. But if you check far enough apart, then you'll see a trend in the direction you wanna go. And it will also help you zoom out and focus on the bigger picture of what you're actually trying to do here, instead of micromanaging each day, trying to have the perfect day every day. Try to make the majority of your days the most goal-oriented possible, and that will actually help take you further than just fixating on one day at a time, because one day is not enough to actually make significant change. And you know what? I don't even use these kind of number checks with my clients. I rely on my 360 video progress checks, which I feel like the visual shows enough of a trend that you really don't need to know what the numbers are. You can see visually whether you're gaining muscle mass or losing body fat or tightening or toning up. You don't need numbers to tell you that. I've had experiences myself where I got my weight down as low as I wanted it to, and then I looked in the mirror and did not like what I saw because I was still flabby and soft, because I hadn't been focusing on lean muscle and I was only focused on weight loss. So sometimes that happens when people reach their ultimate weight loss goal number, they look in the mirror and go, whoops, that wasn't what I was going for. So sometimes shifting your focus onto lean muscle gain and not even having that scale number go down, sometimes it actually goes up a little bit, it ends up in a better result than you could have even imagined. So I really do encourage you to let go of the number you think you want to see on the scale and instead start using it as a tool to discover when you're liking what you see, what does that read at? So I hope this video was helpful to see. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on how to find these tools. The links are in the description box below if you want to start tracking your body fat. But I also can teach you through my coaching how to do the method that I prefer, which is the 360 video progress check. Trust me, it is game-changing. You will start to see your physique and your fitness journey in a new light, a more positive light, where you're focused on the gains and the good and seeing more of what you want to see, which just naturally lets go of what you don't want to see. You want to focus on the positive. If you're ready to learn a new way of approaching your body change goals, send me a message. My email address is in the description link below as well, and let's connect. And I hope to help you on your fitness journey and change the game forever. So thanks for watching and keep living lean.